Spirit light body coming forward. What's going on, y'all? So I'm sitting in the astral plane this morning, right? And I'm using the cosmic clock. And I want you to understand something, that understanding that your body is the map, right? So like you're actually sitting inside of the map. And so, of course, like I was telling you guys before, like a lot of the time, I'm just being real. A lot of the times when I'm coming in through the underworld. Just it is what it is. It's not good. It's not bad. It's not right. It's not wrong. It just is. But I'm in the underworld and I'm like, okay, it's with thought. Because remember, everything comes from the thought. So I'm like, okay, I'm conscious that, okay, I'm going to raise myself from the underworld. So then I clear my mind. Because remember, like when you're moving through these spaces, like you can't be thinking. So it's like when I'm making that conscious decision, right? It's like, okay, this is the decision. Then I have to go into the state. And it's funny, like, all right, not to like cross up everything, but it all relates. So yesterday, when I was in the same state, I'm in the meditation and got the cosmic clock, I realized, like, I laughed to myself. Higher self is like, see, you're clinging on to the body. Look at the way you're breathing. And so basically, long story short, I realized that, oh, okay, all right, see, being in that state, you don't need to be trying to pull in all that air. It's like, okay, like I'm in a yoga session, I'm used to that, in that yoga session, pulling that air in and using that as a fuel to push through, right? Well, it's like when you're in that state, like you can run off a breath, like when someone's asleep and they're like, yo, is you breathing? And like, oh yeah, yeah, okay, yeah, breathing. Like, whew, kind of scared me. Like, man, couldn't tell you were breathing there, like in that sleep. Well, like when your body gets to that state, and I'm pretty sure, I almost want to say, like, I know for a fact that that's what the Gita was talking about with Kriya Yoga. It's not that like you're holding your breath and like you're suffocating yourself and disconnecting from the body. It's not that. It's that you're like actually to the point where like you're so conscious that like you realize that like, oh, okay, I can actually let the body go and let it be. And I know that it's going to be okay because the autonomic nervous system basically will keep that breath coming in. And so you take your focus from your breath and then you begin to clear your mind with that intent that, hey, I'm going to raise up, especially knowing that I was in that space and I was seeing other entities. By the way, the underworld's packed. I mean, like, it's a ton of souls down there lost. And this kind of correlates to like, so I learned a lot of stuff from Sylvia Brown, but back in the day I was reading, I believe it was in the underworld section where she was talking about this. At one time she was on the astral plane and she seen all these souls just like lost. It really is like that. Like, and I mean, you could say that, oh, well, that's some subconscious fragment of it. Even if it was, it doesn't matter because we thought it, you see what I'm saying? And more than one person, there's energy in that it manifests. And I don't think just me and her is enough energy to hold that up, so I mean, definitely there are real spaces outside of this, because remember, I told you guys this a long time ago, that, or it feels like a long time ago anyway, that there's a part of you that's outside of time. So that's what the real twin flame is. Oh, the passionate lover you find in your passionate sex and all this stuff. And it's like, nah, man, like the twin flame is actually your spiritual body, what we would call the dream body. To demystify, when you go to sleep at night, you're like playing some character, even if it's not you, right? You're like in the role, right? Like that body. And so when you can control that body and like lucid dream and do what you want, and I'm not saying I can do that, like I'm tapping into it, but anyway, so it's like the more you be able to do that or whatever, right? It's like the more current or energy that you would pick up here, and you'll begin to see things happen. Like I see like a lot of stuff, like with my thoughts, like I'll think of something right before someone to say it, and it's like, okay, well, I'm taking that as this is some form of telepathy. I mean, just using, because I'm very logical, y'all. Like, yo, like 1+1 is 2, 2+4 is, 2+2 is 4, right? So I mean, that's just what it is for me. But then there's the other part that's like, okay, all right, I just know, and I may not even be able to explain how I know. I just know, man. And so I just wanted to drop that to y'all, and if you want me to elaborate on this more, man, leave a comment, you know what I'm saying, and let me know. And I can definitely go into this in more depth. Spirit light body, y'all. Talk on forward, man. Wholeness.